Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds, where today we are gonna be doing some lobby, private lobby, but open to chat things. More 9-star monsters. We've got talismans to get. So let's go ahead and get this lobby ID up. See, even the lobby knows we're going to be doing niners. And fives. Yeah, this lobby ID translates to niners, 9 now, and 5 for groups. Yep, that's what it means.
Yes.
Because behold, this quest has a 9 and 5. It's also got a 4, but it's a lot of talismans. And even if the Archveld's only 4 stars, it's still a relatively spicy quest.
All right. Let me know if you change your mind.
And welcome to the party, Brandon. Since Isai wants to offer me a meal, who am I to say no to free defender and a re-up of insurance? The answer? Nobody. I am nobody to say no to that. Now, where is he? He is this way.
Welcome.
Might as well watch the meal animation.
Please
Go ahead,
eat.
help yourselves.
Yes.
Haven't seen Eric in this animation before.
Delectable.
You're welcome here anytime.
No, my thing was over the Grand Hub. Hey there, Wolfkinson. How's it going?
Wow, we sure got here fast.
Alright, let's get this spicy quest posted. Not an optional, it's an event, or an investigation. Not an event either. And since the Laggy is 5-star and the Archveld is 4-star, the Laggy is priority 1. Because once it's down, the quest becomes slightly easier. Shame they start so far away from each other, because they can do some significant damage to one another.
I'm counting on you.
And welcome to the party, Wolfkinson. Just looking at the barrel bowling. because this layout is going away in 45 minutes. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to miss it. This looks like an atrocious layout to try and S rank, or A rank rather. It's... no. Gross. Hey there, guard. I'm doing fine. Hope you are too. You are, of course, free to join if you'd like. But, as we've got everyone who's in here right now readied up for the quest, let's go ahead and get started. And if anyone else joins in, they can join in progress. Yeah, Blaggy comes first, followed by Arkveld, followed by Talismans. Yeah, guard, when the lobby ID is posted, anyone is always welcome to join. As long as they are capable of joining the quests that we do.
Eyes keen, minds sharp.
Where are you going? Oh, fighting a bear. Thank you for putting your face right in that, Laggy. Noisy boy. No, I'm pretty sure this is the farthest west I've ever seen a Laggy go. Thank you, evade extender. Wish that was offsettable. Yeah, guard, I know how long it can take the game to boot up sometimes. I've been there. Might as well let these hornets do some work for us. I guess the Laggy wasn't close enough for them to aggro to it. So now it is. Suddenly daytime. It's always weird how abrupt the transition from night to day is in this game. not have tried to offset that. I did not have the time. And welcome to the lobby, guard. I swear, this segment in Laggy's theme, where they just play to one with life for like 30 seconds, the rendition of it just feels like such a love letter. It is fantastic. Never gonna get over how good Laggy and its theme are in this game. Laggy clearly said no rocks. It's cute how the Congos are trying to help. Watched a Conga get roasted. Finally got an offset. Ow. Kind of weird that they're working on getting Laggy implemented into the Wounded Hollow, or whatever it's called. It's like, they put so much effort into giving Laggy an underwater portion to the fight. Putting it somewhere where there's no water just feels wrong. Like, they're putting it somewhere it cannot function to its full capacity. And, like, yeah, it just feels wrong. Outlander, given how the stories games tend to go, I don't think we're gonna see more than, like, 2 monsters. Or maybe up to 5 from Wilds specifically. Stories 3 is more likely to feature more Sunbreak monsters. Which, I mean, hey, I 100% want an early game Aknasom. I hope Stories 3 also fixes some of the non-rideable monster issues. Tetsukabra deserves to be rideable. Duramboros deserves to be rideable. Plesioth deserves to be rideable so that we don't have to have Mizutsune be the only water monster worth anything that isn't named Palamute. Seriously, when Stories 2 launched, freaking the water Palamute was arguably the strongest water-type monster. Mizutsune wasn't far behind, and then they gave us Soul Seer, and that just won. Yeah, what we need is a really big roster for Monster Hunter Stories 2. Or 3. I mean, if they could go back in time and give us a really big roster for Stories 2, I'd take that too.
Thanks. That helps.
Oh, dodged into that. Suppose we did have to bring Laggy over to those eventually. Oh, I see, we're done. The fact that Brandon's name is offset from Garden Wolfkinson weirds me out. Why is that? It made me think that someone had disconnected for a moment, but then it's like, wait, no, that's 3 people who aren't me. That's the right number. I guess, Brandon's the type to do their own thing, a real lone wolf. Can't be seen next to the other people in the party list. Nice head break. I was just curious about what my resistances look like at the moment. Down. Nicely done. Now we've got Arkveld to go after. Of course, now I get a bunch of shock spikes after I'm done getting them. Arkveld's actually surprisingly close to here. I'm gonna go to a camp and make a slight deco change to make this Arkveld a lot more pleasant for me.
Let's take a quick break.
swap these Thunder Res for Dragon Res. So now,
Guess I'm on guard duty.
I am immune to Dragon Blight and can use my Element Axe with impunity. Yeah, Wolfkinson Stories 3 is going to be pretty neat. Really looking forward to it. Interesting that they've decided to say, oh yeah, Rathalos, they are extinct, except for these two that hatched from the same egg. Like, ever since Stories 1, they've been trying real hard to not let us have a Rathalos other than the story Rathalos prior to post-game stuff. And also announced since the last stream of Monster Hunter, Omega. So yeah, we've got some interesting Monster Hunter things on the horizon that we know of. There are also some interesting things on the horizon that we don't know of, I'm sure. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Could have been worse. Yeah, Outlander, while everyone remembers Starboard and Larboard from the FF14 Omega, I don't think we're going to have to really be aware of them in the Monster Hunter Wilds Omega, because the only reason we know those terms in FF14 is because the names of its attacks show up on screen with little bars that show how long until they happen. And they don't do that in Monster Hunter. Like, even with Extreme Behemoth, the most we got was Behemoth is casting Charybdis in the chat box. So sure, maybe it'll say Omega is casting Larboard Beam Cannon or whatever. Or Larboard Wave Cannon, I think it is. But I think it's going to end up being more visual and less respond to the prompt. Or they could go, like, completely different, because Omega's been in a lot of Final Fantasy games. Like, it's been around since FF5 and has been a super boss in most of the games it's been in since then. And that includes some of the more action-oriented Final Fantasy games. Like, if you look up a video of Omega in Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise, you can actually see it in a game that is a lot closer to Monster Hunter in terms of combat style. And we can actually assume that it's gonna behave at least somewhat like that. Can actually... The reason that we're doing Monster Hunter today instead of Pokemon is the end of the last Pokemon stream I had lost a Battle Maison attempt. And I had said that, you know, we're going to pick back up and I'll be at a streak of 25. I forgot to do that. And I can tell you exactly why I forgot to do that. I resubbed to FF14 so that I could get ready for Arkveld in that game. So yeah, I spent most of yesterday playing FF14 instead of Pokemon. Oops. Ooh, good flinch. gotta get myself back up to current content item levels so that I'll be able to do Arkfeld as soon as he drops in October. Trying to get that wound on the tail, but it's icky. Well, that's one way to keep him from leaving. Nice KO. Nice tempered wound. Legit kind of surprised that A, I got that offset, and B, that move is offsettable. And nicely done, folks. 0 carts. You'll love to see it. This is a pretty good quest. Not as good as the Laggy Uthduna one, I would say. But it's a good quest, and it gives way more talismans, so can complain. Man, Outlander, quitting FF14 after the start of Heaven's Word is like the exact wrong time to quit. Heaven's Word is where it starts getting really good. Of course, if you don't like the gameplay, then that's one thing. If it's the story isn't doing it for you, then, well, Now, to see if any of these charms are any good. Probably not. I do have 3 rare 7s in here. Crit Draw 3 Adrenaline Rush 1 would be really good if I was using a weapon that could benefit from Crit Draw, like, at all. Do Longsword EI Slashes benefit from Crit Draw? Because if so, this is a longsword charm. Otherwise, it's like just a great sword charm. Rapid Morph 2 Burst 1 is pretty nice. If only that was better than a level 2 slot. Attack Boost 1, Rapid Morph 1, Weakness Exploit 1 with a 2 and a 1. Like, the slots leave a lot to be desired, but that's still a pretty good charm. Compared to what I've got right now, I would be dropping a point of Weakness Exploit and a point of, what is it? Mind's Eye. And in exchange, getting a point of Attack Boost, a point of Rapid Morph, and a level 2 and a level 1 armor slot. That's probably a trade worth making. Like, yeah, this charm isn't as good as it could be, but it is not bad. It's arguably a decent upgrade over what I've got right now. Specifically only because I use a Switch Axe. Rapid Morph isn't exactly good for most weapons. It's not exactly amazing for Switch Axe either, not in this game. This game ain't no Sunbreak, that's for sure. Yeah, Wolfkinson, that is a lot of Ribbon Road to catch up on.
See you again, Hunter.
And here's why I remember that I need to check every environment between every quest to make sure we don't have any really good 9-star quests to save. Dang, that's a bunch of weapon charm or weapon decos. So what's this 9-star gore got going on? Ooh. Just straight up 10 charms. And how much extra do we get for adding a bear? We actually get fewer charms for adding a bear to the quest. That's silly. Okay, so unless someone's got a really good double monster quest, it is kind of hard to beat 10 charms for 1 gore. Of course, getting 17 charms for a Laggy and an Arkveld is pretty nice as well. Guard. Max value Jindahad sounds good. Let's do it. Because Jindahad is fun and interesting. And I am not going to be running Dragon Res for Jindahad. Ice Res might be better, but also, let's look into whatever the heck it is that keeps me from getting rooted. Frostblight is what the rooting is called. That's right. So let's just drop Dragon Res for Escape Jewels, and thus be immune to getting rooted, because, yeah, I've carded to 9-star Jindahad more than once for having dared to get rooted. So what charms have I got saved? Oh yeah, this one would be nice if I was still running gore stuff. Protective polish ain't bad. Yeah, let's swap to this new char. Okay. Then we gotta figure out what to put in these slots. So my level 2 slots are actually not really super valuable as is. A point of evade window might not be the worst. Yeah, it's between evade window, part breaker, just because I do like getting part breaks and it hasn't been happening too often recently. Or... yeah, no, pretty much just those two. Let's go evade window for that added comfort. And then for this one slot, for now we can slap an ice res in there because we are fighting Jin Dahad.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that means that I've lost my 5th point of weakness exploit. I can swap a charm for that. Or not a charm, a deco.
Make sure you're prepared.
I should look into that because that 5th point of weakness exploit is more valuable than points of other things. Yeah, dropping a challenger jewel for a tenderizer jewel is probably going to be a decent improvement to my damage output. So yeah, 0.4 of challenger is 4 attack and 3 affinity, whereas 0.5 of weakness exploit is 10% affinity, even on not wounds. Yeah, that's going to be greater value whenever I'm hitting anything where it applies. Though it does hurt my soul to drop a point of challenger, because challenger is my favorite skill. Outlander, AT Ray Dow and AT Uthduna are both far nastier than 9-star. 100%.
Let's be on our way.
Like, there's no question that the ATs are harder than 9-stars. Like, even in terms of just damage output, 9-star Uthduna does nowhere near as much as 18 Uthduna. Which makes me wonder if they're going to add the new charms to future ATs. Probably not, because that would just make the rewards for doing ATs too good. But I mean, hey, I'd like to have better rewards for ATs. And Outlander, if you are looking for a new weapon to use against AT Ray Dow, Hammer. Hammer is pretty much the ultimate Ray Dow counter. Because, like, he's got a big fat head that holds still a lot of the time, is frequently a weak zone. Just everything about Ray Dow is begging to be hammered. And there's my guts. Dude had to go in a full circle before leaving.
Thanks! That helped.
Nice rock drop. Two for me. SKO. And now that his face and lower back are broken, his upper back should be breakable. I keep on getting the aggro line. So clearly you guys just need to get on my level or whatever. The way he holds his head to the side before doing his breath attack always makes me think he's gonna sweep it. But no, it's almost always just going straight. Oh, I didn't even know that that was a feature of this arena. Literally never once used that or noticed it. And would you look at that, we're going to the next phase without even having gotten the mega attack. And guard, the back, I don't know about whether it's actually breakable before it's done the ult, but I do know that as soon as you break the lower back and the horns, the regular back starts taking actual damage. And I would assume that once it takes actual damage, it is breakable. Back for him. Rip. Did I just cut his tail with a piercing rod? Yeah, that was my mistake. Interesting. It seems that when more than one person goes for the pillars to drop it down, While only the first one to hit it actually causes the drop, everyone who successfully does the input and the game agrees you were close enough and whatever causes the sound to play. I thought it sounded weird and echoed the first time when 2 of us got it. And here it sounded even more echoed when 3 of us got it. So yeah, it's just... I guess it plays the sound for everyone who does it, despite the pillar thing only falling once. Stamina Thief evade window doesn't seem too bad for hammers. Like, it's not amazing or anything, but I could imagine a hammer build around those. I see Wolfkinson has also gotten all of the achievements in this game. Hey, new login bonus. I do not have a 9-star raid, oh yeah, I don't have a 9.5 raid out yet, so I'll go ahead and save that, even if it's not very rewarding. The 9.4 Arkfeld is not likely to have more than just... yeah. Alright, brace yourselves for gore. I'm just gonna real quick check out this barrel bowling to see if it sucks today. Oh, I've actually seen this layout before. Pretty recently, in fact. It's not like free A ranks, but if you get a better roll than that, you can do pretty well for yourself. Yeah, you basically just do that on either side, and if your barrel decides not to blow up early or anything like that, you get solid score. I'll spend a ticket on this. Let's see if I can get an A.
Here you go, easy now.
Well, that was a terrible first roll. This is not going to be an A rank. Sometimes the barrel just doesn't behave. Sometimes the barrel really just doesn't behave. Of course I rolled better in practice than in the real thing.
See you around.
Well, whatever. Time for a Gormagala that gives exactly as many charms as that Jindahad we just did. But in exchange is a Gormagala.
I'm counting on you.
Yeah, the thing about barrel bowling being comically difficult, Outlander, is a lot of the time it's actually not. Well, not a lot of the time, but sometimes you get setups that are basically just absolutely free. You know, this is a Gormagala. It wouldn't hurt to have 3 sane jewels. 3 sane jewels are not something I would put in my gear against anything other than Gormagala when I'm not running the Gormagala set bonus. But when we are running said set bonus, what else is there? And I know Gore is technically weaker to dragon than fire, but it's close enough. I'm going to stick with my fire weapon because it's already equipped. I can tell you're not the real Caravaneer because you don't have his hat. And you're also not holding up a Shigaru scale and being like, hey, look at this thing. Isn't this a cool thing? I want to find out where this thing came from. Let's go on an adventure. Or maybe you're the Caravaneer from the intro to Monster Hunter 4U, when his hat gets blown onto the back of a Darin Moran and you're waiting for another hunter to get it back for you. Ah, it all makes sense now.
We got this. Good to have you.
We've received supplies. Let's be sure to use them.
Hello, Mr. Magala. Just out of curiosity. Not a crown of any sort. Seemed on the smaller end. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Not enough small to be worth anything, that's for sure. Playing with my friend the other day and got a 9-star Gormagala in the Wounded Hollow, but it's not as rewarding as this one. Which is why we're doing this one. It is hard to say no to 10 charms for one monster. Plus, I don't think I've ever fought a Gormagala in Wyveria before, despite him having been here since Title Update 1. I was expecting them to keep adding Gore to more and more maps. Like with each title update, they add another map he can be in. But no, they only added him to Wyveria. 'Cause yeah, if they kept adding Gore to more maps and adding frenzied monsters to more maps, then that'd be a perfect setup for the inevitable Shigaru. You know, it occurs to me. Omega was last relevant in FF14 a couple expansions ago. Like, it was Stormblood when Omega was the, ow. When Omega was the active raid. It was in Stormblood, which... After Stormblood, we got Shadowbringers, then Endwalker, and now Dawntrail, so... Yeah, that's 3 entire expansions ago. I have to wonder if the reason they chose Omega, of all things, was because Monster Hunter Wilds added a construct monster type. Because I'm betting Omega's going to be classified as a construct. So it'd be kind of hilarious if they pulled a behemoth and classified Omega as an Elder Dragon. Also, with Omega being a raid boss and not a trial boss, a lot of people are thinking, oh, are we going to get Extreme Omega? No, we're not. It would be Savage Omega. Because raid bosses, their hard mode is called Savage, not Extreme. Gotta use appropriate FF14 terminology. Yeah, I'm betting, like, we know Omega's gonna get a 9-star event quest because they've promised as such. So that 9-star event quest is probably going to be called Savage something. Also, in basically every game Omega has ever been in, not every, but most of them, including FF14, Omega has had a form change partway through the fight. And we can likely expect a form change in the Omega that we get as well. The question is which form, because the form that it has changed into has varied over the course of the Final Fantasy franchise. If they follow FF14, which, I mean, this is an FF14 collab, then there is a very real chance that would be hilarious that halfway through the fight it could transform into what is effectively John and Jane Final Fantasy. Or they might go with... I never fought Savage Omega, but it got a different extra form in Savage mode. So maybe they would go with that. got a temporary wound on his face, but ideally we save that for when he's got his feelers out again. So I guess what I'm saying is just, it's fine if it pops early. Just don't pop it intentionally before then, even if that means asking the hunting horn to not hit the face for a bit. I'm gonna laugh if you do your finisher on his tail and end up way down there during the dismount. Okay, no tail finisher. Probably for the better. There they are. Hello, Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear here is not helping me hit the gore. Rip. Well, the good news is that cart was still in insurance time. And a 9-star Gormagala is very capable of carting people, so there's no shame whatsoever. So apparently this pin can't be countered. 'Cause I sure as heck tried. Ow. And now I know for sure, carting reactivates Lord's Soul. Which is certainly good information to have. And I saw these Vespoid corpses, or this Vespoid corpse, and was really hoping that that was going to be a Vespoid stinger and not a torch pod. Okay, apparently the grabs are counterable. And why didn't I get a counter on the last one? And there we go. Nicely done, folks. Oh, hey, a Nick jump. Apparently I already carved the tail. Hey, another Nick jump. And hey, my voucher was worth using. I got a charm out of it. Not a good charm. But the good news is you can turn charms into other charms. Obtained 40 new titles for hitting Hunter rank 300, I suppose. I'm curious about what those new titles are. And therefore, I will look. Also, my current title is just there to be silly. They are lucky. Very lucky. That, how do I edit this again?
Calm the mind.
Like so, okay.
And focus.
They're very lucky that they had the foresight to not include my as one of the middle titles. Because then it would have been Lick My Forbidden Lands. Okay, yep, got a bunch of titles for hitting HR 300. Indestructible, royal, blushing, chaos, retired number of all time. Sexy. Awesome, flex, unbeaten, all out. Joy, full throttle, number one, misses. So I could have it be Lick the Misses. That'd be, suggestive. Born. Certainly more suggestive than Lick the Forbidden Lands. Nameless, giant, ish, mini. Lad, Syndrome, Anti, Crew, Captain Passion. Special, Half, Lover. Bargain, Mega, Legend, Champion, Hero. Tranquil, Famished Wyvern. Famished Wyvern seems an interesting title to give for a Hunter rank. Sounds like the type of title you'd get for doing a bunch of Devil Joes. Strongest, first rate, unparalleled, jet black. And that's where it ends. Dang it. I can't tell you how frequently I've accidentally deleted my title widget. Because they just make it so easy to actually do accidentally. But I can say, no, don't save change it. I can't exit the editing mode without saving changes. I hate this. Let me undo. You give us a prompt to say, are you sure you want to delete your titles? Before letting us do it. if you're gonna make it so that I can't leave this without saving my changes. Let me leave without saving changes so that I can undo my little mistake. It has happened so many times. Where the heck is the hiding? There it is. Oh, I hear the diva singing. Let's lick the food chain. Oh, Brandon has posted a quest.
Of course. Come back
Before I
anytime.
check that, I need to make sure I haven't gotten any neat 9 stars. A 9-star Seregios with an 8-star Seregios. I mean, hey, it's an 8-3 and a 9-4. That's a lot of charms for just that.
Yeah.
Brandon, as much as I like the monsters in that quest, we're here for charms. And so I'm going to go ahead and post this quest that I just got.
Quest accepted.
I was not trying to initiate an arm wrestle.
She the Hufflepuff?
I don't think I've done arm wrestling in this game before. I need an opponent. All right, here we go.
My partner's
Once I'm done celebrating, I'll get in there with you. Oh, does Guard want to get in on this too? All right, let's see if I can throw all three of you. You good there? Oh, looks like we're going with Brandon again. Oh, the game's not letting you. Interesting. What about it? The other barrel? Because there's two barrels, so maybe this one. Oh, I know why it isn't. It's because you're on standby to go on the quest. I was pointing at the screen when I was trying to come up with the word. But yeah, it's because you're on quest standby that you can't arm wrestle. Oh, couldn't go for all of you. Admittedly, I had a poor start there. I had to readjust my position on the controller there, but nah, I'm not going to make excuses. I did lose. Let me just grab some Thunder Res jewels. Not because Thunder Res helps against Seregios, but because Thunder Damage helps against Seregios. And I'm also going to remember to grab my sushi fish scales, because this is 2 Seregios, so there will be lots and lots of bleeding.
We got this.
Is it just me, or is this a smallish Seregios? Not smallish enough to be worth anything. wants to go up and
Looks like the monster left something behind.
hang out here, huh? I was gonna say hang out with his brother, but his brother ain't cute. Nice KO. Well, of all the places for him to bonk, that is certainly one of them. Goodbye, rocks. Hello, ancient wyvern coin. I do love that this quest can exist. One thing this game had been really missing was quests with more than one of the same monster. So the fact that we can get this double Seragios quest is nice. Even if I wish it was an even spicier double Seragios quest. Like, if it had been double 9-star, double 9-5 would be amazing. Also, hey, the brothers are here. Well, one of them's silver large. Fighting 2 Seragios at once is an experience. That much we can say for certain. Aw, shame that didn't hit anyone.
That helped.
And this one's Scully, so we won't be fighting 2 Seragios at once for much longer. And as is tradition in this game in particular, when we got no carts, it dies. Capture is the coward's way out. Also the way out of someone who doesn't like getting as many rewards, because in this game, every time we break a wound, we get rewards, we get parts and stuff for it. So, the longer a thing lives, the more parts we get out of it. Whereas in previous games, capture either gave more stuff or higher chances at good stuff. Whereas in this game, in terms of getting stuff out of monsters, we always want to kill when we can get away with it. That's an annoying place for a tempered wound. I I'd love to break it, but kind of high up. Also, this area is nowhere near large enough for 2 Seregios at once. Ah, nicely got. Alright, just 1 Seregios now. Nice power clash, giving me time to carve. That's surely exactly what you power clash to do, right? To give carving time to me specifically? I'm not going to complain about him leaving. Also not going to complain about these free bonus carves. I needed Wing Drake Hide pluses for a talisman not too long ago, and there's a non-zero chance that I will need more for some event quest gear at some point down the line, so we get our carves. Nice mount. Goodbye, ledge. So he's gonna fall right on that spike, yeah? He sure is, and it's gonna do 800 damage, alright. That was a very generous offset. You know what? I am totally cool with him wanting to be up here. I would much rather fight him up here than down there. I know I said that the nest wasn't big enough for 2 Seregios, but that ledge isn't big enough for 1. I feel like that should have been an offset. If we can get him to hit these spikes hard enough, they'll do 800 damage each to him as well. But we don't necessarily need that. I do believe we are about to be hit with a sudden dramatic sunrise. Yep, there it is. And he got them both in one kick. Outlander, if multi-monster quests don't scale the HP of each monster anymore, that would honestly track, considering how multi-monster quests are generated in this game. That makes the Gore plus Bear multi-monster quest that I had available for making just that much worse. Because if it's the same Gore with the same HP, but gives fewer rewards and also you have to kill a bear to get them, wow, that's just a bad quest. Oh, he's throwing herbivores at us. It's amazing what a gun lance and a switch axe can do to a grassland. There used to be nothing but yellow grass here. Now it's all burnt away in this huge patch. Like, I know it's mostly the gun lance, the switch axe doesn't use that much that burns things, but when I do my full release, it does cause fires. I don't think I've used a mantle yet today.
Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, Wilkinson, this game has a lot of really cool graphical and systems features that are just super easy to forget about, but that add a lot when you notice them. Buddy? You doing good? He is clearly not designed to be fought specifically right here. And down he goes. Nicely done.
Work, Hunter. Ready to head back? Coloration. Texture. Yeah. Nutrition levels.
And hey, we got some Hunter Symbol 3s. Horn Maestro, Heroics, and Stench Res. A charm specific to people who are using Hunting Horn against Congalala. But also expect the Congalala to really clean their clock so that they can activate Heroics. Man, this offensive guard agitator charm would be really cool if I used a weapon that had a shield.
Yes.
Okay, I got time for one more quest. And I think it's gonna be a wet one. Sure, they're both 4 stars, but it's still 2 monsters that we haven't fought yet today, who, as an added bonus, are both weak to electric. And let's start off with the Mizutsune because it's way up there. And also, we tend to go for the more challenging monster first, because that's the safer way to go about it. Get the hard thing out of the way earlier. got the most vouchers for Suja, so I guess I'll go with a Suja meal. We've seen this before. Isn't there a decoration that works against Bubble Blight? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, guard, I can say I've been having fun. I very much enjoy 9-star monsters, especially when I'm fighting them in a group. Fighting them solo, they can be a little bit aggressive for my tastes.
We got this. Let's be on our way.
Yeah, I very much enjoy 9-star monster hunts. Today has been a fun day. Wow, really? Already? I guess at least one of you also did a mount attack. I'm used to 9-star monsters taking longer to mount. Deliberately avoiding the head to try and prevent this guy from becoming a Soul Seer quite as soon. Of course, asking a hunting horn to deliberately avoid the head on a monster until it's been broken once does seem kind of cruel, so yeah, it's fine that you got it there. Yeah, typically for Mizutsune, I like to try and avoid the head as much as possible until the first break happens, because that way the hunt stays easier for longer. And then once it becomes harder, you get the reward of having a juicy hit zone to go for now. Just feels like a nice way to handle things. Adds a little bit of challenge trying to avoid the juicy hit zone, but keep the quest easy. And then adds a bit of reward. So instead of feeling like, oh, I've failed and I broke the face early, it's, oh, I broke the face, so the quest's harder, but also I get to hit it harder. It's nice. It's a cool mechanic that I enjoy, even if I don't exactly agree with the whole every Mizutsune is a Soul Seer waiting to happen as soon as you break its face thing. That part is kind of silly. I can absolutely say that every title update monster they have added has been fantastic. And honestly, most, if not all, of the returning monsters in this game are just really good examples of themselves. So, like, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Omega. Someone has paralyzed a Congalala. Question is, was it a spider or was it Vespoids? Well, that's one way to cut the tail. And apparently the shock of that fall just killed him. We kind of tore that Mizitsune apart. I almost feel bad for it. And now we gotta go all the way down there for Uthduna. Okay. Well, I suppose that means it's time to fast travel. Also, yeah, wow, that Mizitsune, it's a 9-4. At least I'm pretty sure it was 9-4. Could have been 8-4, I guess. But if it was 9-4, and we took it down in like 5 minutes flat, that's pretty good. Thanks for the heal. We keep flinching him out of getting his veil back. I'm close enough. Yep. I aim a little too far down and Pierce Pod hit the floor. And nicely done. An excellent day of questing. I got myself a nice, arguable charm upgrade. Not a strict upgrade, but certainly an alternate option that I found attractive enough to equip. I hope other people got decent charms out of it, or at least just had fun hunting. Yeah, we got a Hunter Symbol 3, so I guess that was an 8-star Misatsune. I got a rare 8 charm in here. Interesting. Razor Sharp 3 and Parares 3. That's... I mean, the nice thing about rare 8 charms is that it only takes one to meld into a new charm, so even if you get ones that you will never ever use, you can turn them into another charm you will never ever use by themselves. Alright, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. Thanks to everyone who joined in the hunts. And I will be back on Saturday, maybe, with Pokemon. See you then, friends. Actually, wait, nope. Not Saturday. I will not be back Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow. Saturday, I cannot stream this week, so it's got to be tomorrow. So, chances of Pokemon are decreased by that, but we'll see. If I get there, I get there. See you then, friends.